Don't hold back. Dun, 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 dun. Don't hold back. Dun, 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 dun. Don't hold back. Dun, 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 dun. Don't hold back. Dun, 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 dun. I got my hand on the button. Press the button. Don't hold back. Oh man, that was the best. That was one of the best scenes in the whole movie. Hands down, no questions asked, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay, so I just finished Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I watched it on Amazon Prime. Finally watched this movie. Been waiting for months to see this movie. And let me just say this, all right? And by the way, this is a spoiler review. Spoilers are in this review, okay? So go watch the movie, watch the video, all right? This movie was bad. It was so bad, okay? Now, it's better than the first two movies. That I can agree with. It's hands down better than the first two movies. And check this. I have not seen the first movie, and I've seen half of the second movie. Yeah, I know. Like, Elijah, how can you talk about the first two movies if we haven't watched them fully? Listen, I saw half of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I got bored. And I love Knuckles, okay? 1,000,000% strength. And I just couldn't finish that movie. And I don't think I ever will. Maybe. But that movie was just bad. I finished like halfway through that movie. I'm not watching the first one because I know that movie's bad too, okay? These Sonic movies are not great. And I was really hoping for this movie to be great, to be epic. It's not that. But it is a good movie though, all right? And it is something I would recommend friends and family to watch, okay? So, you have Keanu Reeves. He's back. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. And I'm black. I'm a black hedgehog. Yeah, he's playing a black hedgehog. Sonic, he's playing Shadow, my bad. I only watched this movie for Shadow the Hedgehog and Jim Carrey's character, is it Dr. How do you say it? Eggman? Dr. Maturo? Something like that? Jim Carrey's character, okay? That's the only reason why I watched this movie. And of course, Knuckles, Tails. I cannot stand Sonic's voice. All right? No disrespect to the voice actor. And the dog's going off. No disrespect to the voice actor. But Sonic the Hedgehog, from what I remember as a kid, playing video games here and there with my best friend, you know, going to his house, playing video games, RIP, and playing with the toys and whatnot, watching, I guess, shows of Sonic. I remember him having like a teenage voice, like a teenage white guy voice, or like a graggly garage middle-aged white, I don't know, voice. He does not have a little boy voice. Hey, I'm Sonic. Gotta go fast. Keep on running. Go. Come on, Tails. Come on, Knuckles. We're a team. Like, he doesn't have that voice. And his voice is so annoying. Like, I can't take it. This is one of the reasons why I cannot watch the first two movies, okay? I cannot take that voice. I can't take the voice with that character. It just does not match. It doesn't fit. If you think that the voice matches with this character, then, hey, that's your opinion. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, hey, we all think different things. We love and hate different things. I don't like that. I don't, okay? I do like Sonic, okay? I've played Smash Bros. With my friends. I've always chose either Bowser or Sonic. Or sometimes what's that guy? Captain Wolf or Captain Falcon, something like that. I've always chosen Sonic over Mario. Luigi! Okay, I just liked him more. He's blue, Blue is my favorite color. He looks cool. He's fast. He has powers. I like Sonic the Hedgehog, but I cannot take this voice with this character. Isn't there a video game where Sonic is a werewolf or a werehog or something like that? Put it in the comments. Please put in the comments, because I know there's a game or something where he's a werewolf or something like a creature, right? Okay. If it's called a werehog, that's funny. But I remember him turning into like a creature, like a monster type thing. But anyway, let's get back to this review. So Keanu Reeves playing Shadow, and got the characters in here. The first part of this movie, the beginning, where Shadow is at the facility, and then the two guys are talking. Like, oh, don't worry, man. He hasn't awakened in 50 years, and guess what? Today's the day where he awakens. He awakens from the slumber and just attacks. Okay, that part was so good. I love it how he busts through the glass case, and I love the CGI. I love the CGI in this movie with Shadow and the fight scenes. I'll get to that in a minute. The fight scenes and the powers and the aura. I love it. The glass shatters. He's taking out all the guys, and then he's running. I love Shadow, like how he looks. I love his character design. I don't know much about the whole Sonic universe and the characters, but Shadow, he's definitely in one of my favorite characters, okay? I love his shoes. He got some nice kicks, some sneakers, all right? And he has a motorcycle and he got the Glock, okay? Hey, pretty cool. Yeah, he's taking all the guys and he's running. He's teleporting through like different areas. He's like zipping and running on the water with his shoes, his skates. He's skating on the water like a Sonic Jesus Christ, okay? And like a hedgehog Jesus Christ on the water. That was really cool. And I love how they show his eyes close up. Like I said, my favorite scenes in this whole movie was the beginning, the dance scene. That dance scene, I rewatched that scene 4 times. I love that scene. And the last fight scene with Shadow and Sonic. Those 3 scenes, those 3 parts of the movie are my favorite. All right. But this movie also has some stupidity to it. It was just hokey. It was just like really okay. So fast forward, you got Sonic and then Knuckles and Tails. They're going on a race, and they're racing through the woods. Who's the fastest and whatnot? Yada yada yada. And then fast forward, you get a call. Hey, we need some help. Take out this bad guy. So they fly them to, Team Sonic to Japan, take out Shadow. I love how Knuckles is like, I'm 1,000,000% strength. I like Knuckles. He's like in my top 5 as well. And the fight scene with Shadow, Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic was really good in the beginning. And there's Knuckles, he's like, well, what the heck, this guy, he's crazy. He's strong. He twisted his hand like that. That was nuts. And then Sonic and him are fighting in Japan. And Keanu Reeves, he did a great job with his character. Hands down. This is not for the yeet, all right? No yeet, but hands down, he did a great job with his character, with the voice acting. Keanu Reeves, he's like a man of few words. Also with Sonic, with Keanu Reeves, voice acting, I keep saying Sonic. He looks like, they're both hedgehogs. With Keanu Reeves, voice acting Shadow, I got like John Wick vibes. I got like a John Wick hedgehog, okay? So I feel like Keanu Reeves put his John Wick energy into Shadow, the hedgehog, okay? Which was cool. It was dark. I liked it. So Keanu Reeves did a great job in here. Idris Elba and whatnot. So yeah, that was a great scene, the fight scene. And then there's a scene where Sonic and Knuckles and Tails go get something to eat at some restaurant. This part was stupid, okay? They go to a restaurant, like a little kid type restaurant, right? And they're eating their food, and then the guy comes, the old general guy, what's his name? Walter or something, Wallers. And they're talking, and then this explosion happens out of nowhere. There's a person on a motorcycle. When I saw this person on a motorcycle, I immediately thought of one of my best friends. One of my best friends I've known for a long time, since high school. He drives a motorcycle. And I said, man, that's him. He's on a motorcycle in all black. I said, that's him. But, the guy comes in on a motorcycle, which looked pretty cool, and taking out the drones and whatnot. And then the guy, Wallers, he gets taken out. And that's it. He's done. He's dead. I'm like, are you serious? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, certain parts in this movie were just stupid. How do you go from, like, that and then he's just dead? Like, that's stupid to me, okay? There are certain transitions in this movie that I thought were just stupid. And it was very, very rushed and fast-paced. However, I have to consider the fact that this is also a kid movie. So this movie is geared towards kids, not towards 20-year-olds. I mean, a 20-year-old can watch this movie, obviously, but it's not geared towards my generation like that, all right? The older, 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. It's geared towards kids and teens. But anybody can watch it. So it's more so of like Simple Minds, right? But I just thought that was stupid, the transition to that, him getting just taken out like that. I just thought that was just dumb. Fast forward, and then you have Jim Carrey. So Jim Carrey's character, the doctor, right? And by the way, the guy on a motorcycle bike was the guy that works for Jim Carrey's character, the doctor. So Jim Carrey's character, I guess from the second movie, he fell off. Now he's fat. He's just a slob, lazy slob, trash everywhere, eating burritos. Just doesn't care about anything. I don't know what happened in the second movie. I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm guessing that movie. I have a feeling that movie was also bad. Okay, so maybe one day I'll get back to it and finish it. But as of right now, no, I am not going to watch it. Okay. So yeah, Jim Carrey's character. He's very funny in here, man, and just how he acts, and he's getting himself together, and they're playing that song Firestarter. I'm the fire starter, you the fire starter, and he's getting back in action, back in gear, and fast forward, he ends up teaming up with his grandfather, okay? So him, his grandfather, and Shadow are now a team against Team Sonic. And there's a part in this scene where they break the fourth wall, and Jim Carrey, his character, him playing the young version of the Doctor and the old version of the Doctor, they're like, oh, maybe we are the same actor playing two different characters. So they broke the fourth wall with that. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I see what they did there. I see what they did. So that was fun. He's playing himself, old and young, the grandfather and the grandson. And I'm trying to think what else with this movie. I don't really care about Todd, his wife. I mean, his wife, she's pretty. I like the actress. The actress that plays his wife, she's very attractive. I see her in other movies. But I don't really care about them as characters. I really don't. I mainly care about the animation characters. I mainly care about Shadow and Jim Carrey's character. Okay. Fast forward. Let me see. The guy that works for Jim Carrey's character, the doctor. I'm going to say the doctor. The guy that works for the doctor, he wants to build a friendship with him, and he's obsessed with him. He loves him, and he wants to spend more time with him. He's jealous that he's spending time with his grandfather, not him. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. It's okay. So the scene, the dance scene with the doctor, with the two doctors, right? Old Jim Carrey, young Jim Carrey. That was one of the best scenes in the whole movie, hands down. All right. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. I've heard that song before in like commercials. I never knew like what. Like I never knew who did that song, who made that song. It sounded like Q-Tip. It sounds like Q-Tip. Now I looked up the song, and I'm gonna listen to it more, like the music video and whatnot, because I never heard the full song. I've heard bits and pieces of it on commercials, but it sounds like Q-Tip is singing that song. So I'm like, is that Q-Tip? Vibrant thing, vibrant thing. So I'm gonna check that out later. But yeah, man, this dance scene was so funny. I rewatched this dance scene 4 times. Yeah, I had to rewatch it because this is so funny. The way they were dancing and whatnot. I got my hand on the button, press the button, and they're just twirling around. I'm just like, I love that scene. Let me see what else. Trying to think. But yeah, I mean, with this movie, it was really good. It wasn't great. It had the potential to be great, but it wasn't great. I mainly liked the dance scene. I mainly liked the beginning of the movie with the fight scene with Shadow. You know, of course, with Shadow, they show his backstory and where he came from, why he is the way he is, why he's so angry and upset with people, and he had a connection with someone. He had a friend, okay, that he lost. Let me see. Okay, so the part where Sonic becomes full-fledged Goku Super Saiyan, okay? When I saw this, I said, oh man, he went Super Saiyan. Now, I don't know who copied Hugh. I don't know who copied who. I don't know if the people that made Sonic copied Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball copied Sonic, but Super Saiyans and the Sonic, they look similar with the hairstyle, okay? They look very similar and with the powers. So someone copied someone, or maybe it's the same company. I don't know. Like I said, I know a lot about Dragon Ball. I've been watching Dragon Ball since I was 17. I don't know much about Sonic. Okay, I've played the games here and there, but I don't know everything about the whole Sonic universe. I really don't. I just know bits and pieces and what I heard from my friends say and just videos and whatnot. But when he turned Super Saiyan, I was like, okay, things about to be really, really great. Like, this is it. This is peak. And, you know, he told Knuckles, he said, this is it, man. Like, I can't take it anymore. I got to tap into this power. I need that emerald. And they're, you know, Knuckles is like, you sure you want to do this? He's like, yeah. They're about to fight. And he's all right. Well, you have to go through the Guardian. And the Guardian is some hockey player guy. And then Sonic just takes the emerald from him like nothing. I'm like, okay, that was stupid. So he takes it, crushes it. It breaks it off into Infinity Stones. I said, oh, look at that. Not only do you get Super Saiyan in this movie, but also you get Infinity Stones in this movie. So he has the Infinity Stones, and then he turns into a Super Saiyan, okay? Fully charged, Super Saiyan to, I guess, 1, 2. God, you know, God mode. And they did mention that if he takes the emerald and the stones, Sonic can become a god, like his god version of himself, which is pretty cool to see. But yeah, now he's a Super Saiyan, and he goes right after Shadow. They start fighting, and he's like, you messed up, you know, you attacked someone very close to me. Shadow is like, now you see how it feels to lose someone that you love. Now you see how I feel. And, you know, they're fighting, they're arguing. Not arguing, but they're fighting and talking. And this fight scene was really, really good, guys, okay? Now, I've seen this fight scene before from my best friend. He went to go see this movie in theaters. And he told me, he said, oh, you gotta watch this movie. You gotta watch it. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna watch it when it comes out. He said he loves it. I like it, but I don't love it. There are parts in the movie that I do love, but as a movie as a whole, I like it. I do like it. I just don't love it. But that fight scene was really good, and they get the volcano and the lava, and then, you know, they're fighting each other, and then Shadow takes the stone as well, the emerald, and he becomes Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. I'm like, wow, that's a nice form. That's nice. So we got Super Saiyan Sonic and Super Saiyan Rose Shadow fighting it out. Fight it out. Fight it out. All right, they're fighting it out. And I do feel like they copied some Dragon Ball, because the lava fight scene, it looked very similar to the fight scene with Goku and Frieza. I think they did take some parts of that and put it into the movie. I really do believe that. And, you know, they're fighting all over the world, running and teleporting everywhere, powering up, charging up. And then they end up on the moon. And then Sonic, he's like, all right, I'm going to finish this. And he thinks about Todd, what he said to him. And he says, this is not who I am. And then Shadow is like, finish it. Come on, you have me. You're about to win. You won. Do it now. Come on. I'm John Wick. All right, so he's about to do it, and he's like, nah, that's not me. He pauses. And, you know, and then they sit down on the moon talking about the friends they made and the mistakes they made. And now they're friends. I'm like, okay, so this really is a Goku and Vegeta type thing going on here. Sonic is Goku, Shadow is Vegeta. I mean, that's basically what I'm getting here, Goku and Vegeta. And I'm like, okay, well, I really wanted this fight to continue, but now they're friends, which I did see coming. I really did. I really saw that coming in this movie. Like, yeah, they're gonna become friends at some point, and they did. And now they teamed up to fight the older version of the Doctor, and the way they take him out, I'm like, okay, really? This is another stupid thing in this movie. The young version of the Doctor, you know, Jim Carrey, he zaps him, I think, with the hair of Sonic, and then the old version of him flies into the energy field and then zaps like a little bug. I'm like, okay, that was dumb how they did that. And then, you know, fast forward, and then you have Sonic and, oh, by the way, so the young version of Jim Carrey, you know, the Doctor, he ends up blowing up, supposedly blows up in space, all right? So I think he's alive. I really do, okay? Fast forward, and then you got the end race scene with Sonic, Tails. I like Tails, by the way. I didn't mean to say that. I really like Tails. You know, he's pretty cool. Cute little fox. Come on, guys, go on an adventure. I'm the gadget guy. I'm Tails. And then you got Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles finishing their race. And then racing, and then end credit scene, which I watched. Sonic is in New York. And then a robot version of him appears, attacks him, takes him out, and then more AI robot versions of Sonic come out, and then all of a sudden, a female hedgehog, pink hedgehog, with a giant hammer, a giant billionaire Thor hammer, God of Thunder hammer, okay, whack-the-mole hammer, comes out of nowhere and just and takes them all out for him. And he's like, oh, who are you? And there we go. That sets up for the fourth movie. So there will be a fourth Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and I will watch it to see who this character is. Who is the pink hedgehog? Where does she come from? What are her powers? So I definitely want to, you know, look more into the Sonic lore universe, because like I said, I don't know much about the whole Sonic universe. I really don't. I do remember seeing a pink hedgehog. So I just don't know her name. And hopefully in the next movie, the fourth one, or just however many more they make down the line, hopefully they make Sonic a werewolf, a werehog, because I know for a fact that happens in the video games. I know for a fact. So hopefully they do that in Sonic 4 or 5 or 6. But I will watch the fourth movie. But overall, this movie, I'm going to give this movie a solid 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. I think this movie is really good, but it's not great. It had the potential to be great. Okay, during the fight scenes, I will admit it has some like some highs and low, highs and low. Like it was getting really good, really great, and then went down. Really great, went down. And it's like, okay, like you just messed it up for me. But yeah, I'm not watching this movie. I'm not watching this movie as a critic. I'm watching it as a fan. And as a fan, you know, like I said, I like the movie, but I don't think it was great. But I do love the CGI in this movie. I think this movie has way better CGI than the first two movies. And way better CGI than Minecraft. I will say this movie was way better than Minecraft, okay? I watched that, I thought it was funny, but this is way better than Minecraft. But yeah, guys, if you wanna, you know, I do recommend this movie to family and friends who have not watched the Sonic 3 movie. This is a good kid movie to watch with kids. You know, I might get like an action figure or like a statue, or maybe a T-shirt of Shadow. I really like Shadow the Hedgehog. I really do. And yes, you can say because of Keanu Reeves, that could be a part of it. But I really like his character, how he looks, his design, his powers, his menacing aura. I like his character a lot. You know, he has a motorcycle. So I might do that. But yeah, this movie is a solid 8.5 out of 10. I was really hoping that this movie would be a 10 out of 10. I really want this movie to be a 9 or a 10 out of 10. At least a 9. It just wasn't. It was close, very close. But for me, 8.5. 8.5. And the second movie, even though I did not finish the second movie, I'm giving that movie a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10. Okay, I know I didn't finish it. Someday I will. But as of right now, that movie gets a 7 out of 10. And the first movie, I have not seen that movie. I don't think I want to see that movie. I'm giving that a 4 out of 10 because I know that's horrible. But like I said, I mean, the voice for Sonic, I just don't like it. It just doesn't match. It doesn't work for me. If they change it, that'd be great. I know they changed the design in the first movie because his first design was horrible in the first movie. But hey, if you can change the design, you can change the voice acting. But I can deal with it. I can deal with the voice the voice for Sonic. I can deal with it, even though I don't like it. I like Sonic. But man, I really wish it was different. But hey, it is what it is. But guys, if you enjoyed my spoiler review, my movie review to Sonic the Hedgehog 3, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Gotta go fast.